Triple feature time because I watched 3 things this morning because I was bored. So we got Justice League Flashpoint Paradox from 2013. We have Milestone Generations from 2022. And we have Thor Tales of Asgard from 2011. But also 2009 for some weird reason. So, Flashpoint Paradox. I finished it and it hits home even deeper. Since I know what Thomas Wayne's letter says. Yes, we'll get to that in a second. Gonna be getting Flashpoint Beyond comic to get the whole story. Yes. I know the ending to Flashpoint Beyond because I was watching Variant on YouTube. And, ooh, that hit hard. Like, I saw, like, when Batman read the letter and you see his signature in that last little bit, I started bawling. That was so sad. Ugh. On a surprise note, I didn't know Michael B. Jordan voiced Cyborg in this film. I didn't know that. I looked at the crowd like, Mike! Ah! So that makes him a Triple Crown champ. Ain't that cool as shit? He played Johnny Storm, Killmonger, and Cyborg. 3 different roles. Pretty gnarly. Although people don't like him as Johnny Storm for whatever fucking reason. Stupid. Still a solid 8/7 out of 10, and the second darkest DC film. For me, anyway. There's a lot of them that are dark, but each one's different in its own way. So we got Milestone Generations. So that was inspirational. I loved it. I thought they were going to cover Spawn, but nope. And I'm not even mad about it. Because the first sentence in that, are they coming up the street? They're coming for me. Fuckers. Got my thumb drive ready for them. Yeah, fuck them. I'll thumb them to death. Anyway. Yeah, the first thing is like, we're all the black superheroes. And instantly I'm thinking Spawn. But no, this gets even better. I learned about a black-owned comic book company with black heroes that I'd never heard of. That was cool. It's sad that one of the founders, Dwayne, died, but his legacy lives on. Yeah. It floors me that all of them gambled on making comics without the intention of making a legacy. That's impressive because, like, going back to AEW Unrestricted with Taz's interview, he says, we're here to have fun, but also make money. And that's basically what they did at Milestone. I mean, that's huge. That's a huge thing that they just went into that and did it for fun. It's crazy. I truly love the 100 color method for getting all skin tones right. That's fucking beautiful. 100 color method. 100 colors to make skin tones right. Beautiful. And you got LGBT heroes in this. You got true representation. And it's amazing. I loved it. So now I got another set of heroes to read up on. Crazy. I love this shit. The rise and fall of Milestone is really deep, and I love that they were trend-setting before it was even popular. Exactly. Oh my god. It's wild because they had all these black heroes. They had Hispanic heroes. You had Latinos in this. You had LGBTs as well. They tackled a lot of heavy subjects and shit that didn't shy away from public light. Oh my god. They focused on gang war, racism, homophobia, teen pregnancy. I'm anxious to read all this shit. I really am. I was like, oh, these are cool as shit. I even found the poster for Milestone that Bill Sikowitz, I don't know how the fuck I say his name, Bill Sikowitz, whatever, he did for it, and that looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm glad there's more black heroes versus the status quo. Yes. Now there's tons of black heroes, but back then, not as much. And what's even funnier is how people are threatened by that. It's so fucking dumb. Oh, it's so crazy. How can you be afraid of a black hero? How? Really? You're afraid of a black person? Really? then you must be afraid of my ass because I'm half black. What? I didn't know that about you. Hello. God. Oh, man. But I am glad they got a second chance in bringing their creations back to life. And that happened in the form of Static Shock. Yeah, Static Shock was originally Milestone's creation. But he's labeled under DC, and they partnered with DC to make this happen. But there was so much that happened behind the scenes that brought the company down and shit, and it sucked so bad. But it's amazing how they took a chance on something and it worked. Just from looking at the characters, I think Icon and the blonde chick might be my faves, but who knows. Also, I do want to read Rocket's story because she's the one who had a baby and kept being a hero. That's fucking beautiful. That's inspirational. But I'm glad I decided to watch this because it touches on the lack of black characters in media too. Word. Because, oh man, there's so much. Kind of surprised I didn't go into the black sacrificial trope. Yeah, that bullshit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Every time PhD is like, oh, I'm going to save the day. Black man's like, I'll sacrifice myself for you, brud. Ah. Your noble sacrifice will not be forgotten, my brother. Yeah. And then they switch that shit. And I'm like, that's perfect. Definitely a solid 11 out of 10 for me. Even got some of the comics on my Amazon cart for now. Yeah. I got Milestone's Compendiums and Hardware's book as well. But I'm going to see if I can find them at the library too. But yeah, I definitely want to read this shit because it looks so good. Oh, so good. Fuck yeah. So, there's that. So, Thor Tales of Asgard. Here's my thoughts. I do like the animation style. It's cool seeing early Sam Liu directing roots. Yeah. Although, actually, I mentioned his earliest directorial work was Extreme Ghostbusters. That was his first gig. But yeah, him directing animated flicks was amazing. He's so good. Though I can't remember how I really felt about this. I really don't. Sif really is the superior fighter versus Thor since he's mollycoddled by those closest to him. Yeah. Fandral and Volstagg pointing out Thor being a prince keeps him from actually being a warrior is true. Yeah. That's only proven by Odin's omission of the Iron Jar letting him win every sparring session. Yeah, oh my. Odin's armor is slick. I do like that design setup. So good. Algrim promising to keep quiet about Thor's journey to Jotunheim highlights the trust between them. Easily. Gotta say, I also love the Marvel animated line of films by Lionsgate. More on that later. Algrim spitting truth about shielding kids from the real world to Odin is so true. Because if you shield your kids from every fucking thing, they're never going to evolve. They're just going to be like, oh, I'm dependent on you. And you have to help me do everything. Especially if they have autism, like me and my sister. Because it's so difficult. Because if you don't teach enough or learn enough, they're not going to help. Or they're not going to evolve, and it sucks. Like, ugh. Fandral getting his chin tickled by Nixie was funny. She's like, kitty, kitty, kitty. It's so dumb. Thor and Loki causing a bar fight. Good grief. Total alcoholic kids. Wow. Brunhilde is hot shit. I'd fuck the shit out of her. Oh, man. She does make a good point on men being useful for just sex and then disposed of is valid. Yeah. So right there, that's early matriarchal dominance. Yeah. Or no, there's more. There's another title for that. Dominatrix. Yeah, dominatrix style. And A dominatrix with a breeding fetish. Yeah. Of course, today that'll be good. STW and woke. Because it's a woman. You know it. Oh, it's fucking idiots. Odin versus Suitor recap was good. Damn, Thor left his sword behind at the bar, and the owner came to Asgard seeking compensation. How the fuck you gonna leave your sword behind, you dumbass? Oh, fucking tard. Elderstall's nice, but it looks just like the sword he left behind a bit. It really does. It's kind of lazy in drawing. Young Thor is so arrogant versus his daughter Torrin in next Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow. Yeah, the differences between Thor and Torrin are, whoa, man, it's like night and day. Like young Thor's arrogant, while Torrin is so, oh, what is the word I'm thinking of? She's dependent on her dad. She's so certain her dad's gonna return and help, but he won't. No, it's a trope. But I do like her. Her design was awesome too. Fandrel's a pussy hound and heartbreaker to Brunhild's maidens. Shameful bastard. Oh shit! I forgot. Thor killed 2 frost giants with Suitor's blade and destroyed the bridge. Yeah. A lot I forgot about. Wow. Thor realizing his hubris caused them trouble is deep. Frost King's marching on Asgard. Way to go, Thor. Thor tried to get Sif's help but was captured by the maidens. Damn shame there wasn't mild nudity. I'm really surprised at that. Like, because the last animated film... What was that? Did I watch? Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. That has nudity in it. And I was surprised by that because they actually showed tits. Because most of the comic book films I've watched, there's barely any nudity at all. And I'm not looking for nudity, but it's like your source material has that in it at some points, and it has mature subject matter. Throw in some nudity. Makes sense. But yeah. The Frost Giants attacking Brunhild was neat in, oh god, Konur-Lefandi. I guess I said that right, fuck it. All the blonde-haired, blue-eyed folk in Asgard definitely Nazi in origin and aesthetic. Blonde hair, blue eyes, just like Hitler, who's colorblind. That would be funny if he was colorblind. Mein Führer's colorblind, oh no. Oh wow, I forgot Algrim took the sword suitor for himself due to his tragic backstory of enslavement and persecution. So right there, that's literally covering slavery and, yeah, all forms of slavery in one damn dude. Shit. Algrim versus Odin is badass, and Algrim's totally right about Odin failing his race against the Frost Giants. Easily. Because you can literally compare that to fucking literally slave trade back in the day. Literally, you can trace it back to that. Sif is definitely like Wonder Woman. I truly love the way Algrim wields Suitor's sword. Yeah, he wields that shit like a beast. Oh man, he's a... Ooh. Thor versus Algrim is the best fight, even though it was short. Holy fuck balls. Loki killed Algrim with the sword. I forgot about that. I did. There was a lot I forgot in this movie. Wow, Thor selflessly offered himself as prisoner and returned the sword only to be spared by the Frost King. That's honorable. That's amazing. Odin praising Thor on his maturity over Suitor's sword. That was good. Huh, that was a short film. Could have sworn it was longer, but oh well. So how did it fare on my third rewatch? This I did actually watch 3 times. I watched it when it first came out, then I watched it again sometime last decade. I don't remember when, but yeah. Pretty good. It's actually pretty good. When I first saw it, I thought it was mediocre and weak. Yeah, it did feel that way. Now I think it's underrated among the Marvel films. That's every Marvel film. I think it's underrated as hell. Weird that the credits say it's from 2009 but came out in 2011. Okay. I could have also sworn there was a convo between Loki and Algrim in this, but there wasn't. I think I might have gotten that confused with Loki, Thor and Loki Blood Brothers. I think I did. Despite being a Marvel film, it feels more DC, but I guess that stems from Sam Liu's time making DC flicks. But it does have that DC aesthetic. But the overall story has echoing foreshadows of freedom fighters The Ray. Yeah, it really does. Good evolution in Thor, given he's the focal point, obviously. Love the exploration of the realms. Sam did good on this. It's not bad at all. It's solid 7 out of 10. I still think it's a damn shame they stopped making these movies because they're so good and mostly comic accurate. Yeah. I mean, they still make animated films, but not in the same quality, I'd say. Like, the newer ones, they have that edge, but it's kind of like blunted at different points, so. But I definitely consider it an underrated gem in the film catalog. Yeah. So, now I've reviewed 3 fucking things, which is the best. Normally, if anybody else was doing this, they'd be like, oh, Flashpoint beats everything. Me? Milestone Comics. Milestone Generations Doc beats this easily. So it's Milestone, Flashpoint, and Thor. But I could easily rotate Milestone to Thor and then Flashpoint. They're all 3 good, but Milestone, definitely worth the watch. And big time interesting and remarkable. So, if you don't like comics, you don't like DC, don't like Marvel, you're not going to have a good time with this shit. But if you enjoy the characters, you enjoy the artwork, you enjoy the stories, inspirational shit, dark shit, you're going to have a swell fucking time. But, I don't know. Everybody's picky. And I don't force shit. I'm just like, this is how I feel about it. Check it out, see if you like it. So, yeah. And the best part about Milestone Generations is narrated by Method Man. That was cool. Like, I never saw him as a narrator ever. Like, listening to him and his music, I never thought in a million years he would be narrating shit. And he's really good at narrating. I would put him I'd put him side by side with Rob Lowe in terms of narrating. Like, he's that good. But that's what I got. So I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna relax because I got Prometheus to read because I got the first part done. I gotta read in part 2, and I gotta upload all this junk anyway. So till next time, like and subscribe for thoughts and prayers.